Test 1, 2. Won't you try with me? Shalom, everyone. As you come in and settle in, won't you join in singing this melody of Shabbat? Our phones, open our hearts, get our voices ready. Shabbat is coming, okay? Each refrain ends the same way. You know it by now. Page 128 in your blue book, 1 to 8. Hinei matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Let's try that together. Hinei matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei matov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Shabbat shalom, everyone. There's so many lovely faces to greet, some new faces to meet. Glad that you're all here tonight to bring in Shabbat together. We're especially glad to welcome to our synagogue and to our bima our special guest, Yardena Schwartz, who is here with us for the weekend. We very much look forward to learning from you and with you over the next few days. And for the lighting of the Shabbat candles, the first row is coming up. Marlene and Jeff and Deborah. We're on page 120, page 120 in your blue book. Look for the bracketed page numbers if you have brackets in your prayer book. Aruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'ad nikner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. And this is a great opportunity to find somebody you don't know and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Make a new friend. Page 130. Lechu neranena l'Adonai Nariya litzur yish'einu Nekadem afanav v'todah Bizmirot Nariya lo Page 131. Shiru l'Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru l'Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru l'Adonai, Baruchu Shemo, Masru miyom leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim, Kevodo v'chol ha'amim, Nifleu tzavai ki gadol Adonai Umolal meod nora'u Al kol Elohim Ay ki kol Elohei Ha'amim elelim Va'adonai Shamayim asa od ve'adar le'efanav uz ve'tiferet ve'mikdasho yadadanai dai dai yanadai yanadai yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 yadai dai 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 It's just the first two lines in the opposite order. Just keeping on your toes. That's it. Shiru Adonai Kol Haaretz. Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash. Sing unto God all the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing and we'll all sing along. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along. All the earth a new song unto God. Shiru l'Adonai. Sing it out. Shiru l'Adonai. Kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai. Shir chadash. I I will sing unto God a new song. Page 138. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'divorecha ishmi'anu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem ultiferet ve'eli pila. Everybody lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha mekor averacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch ha'afecha rabach shevet emek habacha hu yachamo alayich emla. Hey, lecha dodi likrat kala. I need more ruach from this side, please. Thank you. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Itoreri, itoreri, kiva orech kumiuri, uri, uri, shir daberi. Kvod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Your voices are so beautiful. Let's rise if we're comfortable in body to do it and face the entrance to this space, hearkening back to hundreds of years ago in Schwartz, when the mystics would look for God's presence like a beloved coming to reunite. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am skula. Boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi kala b'nei Shabbat Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela Please have a seat. Page 142. This week's Torah portion, Vayeras, begins with hospitality. After a significant surgery, Abraham, the patriarch, sits at the corner of this tent and welcomes these strangers, despite the pain he must be in. So the Midrash picks up on this. It says, their tent, Abraham and Sarah's, was open on all sides. One reason I love this place is it's open on all sides to old friends and new friends, to visitors and guests. And that's essentially the energy of Shalom Aleichem. These angels come and say, create the space that you want to reflect who you are. That's our task on Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malachei Amlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Marchuni L'Shalom Malachei Hashalom Malachei Elyon Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Tzeitkhem L'Shalom Tzeitkhem L'Shalom Malachei Hashalom Malachei Elyon Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 146. Baruch Hu, our call to prayer. Please rise if it's comfortable for you to do so. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. We turn the page to bless the evening, the times. Together, the bottom of the page. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Mavir yom u'me'evi laila, mavdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, Amchavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otzanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu u'vekumeinu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratcha, u'v'mitzvotecha elam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavat echal tasir mimenu le'olamim, baruch ata Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kol Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Now Lashevet, please be seated. Page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta apam V'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvelechtecha v'aderech, uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha, ukeshartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchetavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'hisharecha, leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai. Vitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 158, let's read together. On the opposite side of the page, sing the song. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content, or soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Bailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osei fele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokayam lifnei Moshe, malechutecha ra'u vanecha, bokayam lifnei Miriam, zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai imloch le'olam le'olam va'ed. Everybody, yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 yada dai 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 dai. ונאמר כי פת אדוני את יעקב וגילו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גא ישראל. Page 161. Let's read together in the middle of the page. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are the acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us the shelter of your peace, over all we love, over all your Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukat shalom. Say it in the microphone. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
A little like driving somebody else's stick shift. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat v'korei oneg Amekadshei sheri kulam yisbu v'yitangu mitvecha v'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto chemdat yamim oto karata secher l'maseh bereshit yismechu b'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat v'korei oneg amekadeshei shevi kulam yisbu v'yitangu mitvecha v'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto chemdat yamim oto karata zecher l'maseh bereshit zecher l'maseh bereshit.
It's not polite of me to leave an out-of-tune guitar in your hands. Yeah, we play a song in my jazz group, Almost Like Being in Love. I said it. We should call it Almost Like Being in Tune. My fault. Okay. Prayer has never been an easy thing, but the further we get into time, the greater the distance is, chronologically, theologically, perhaps spiritually, between the intent of our ancestors when they wrote these words and our own heart experience. It's natural that there's something that is in an ancient metaphor that is for an ancient person, or more fittingly, a medieval metaphor that is for a medieval person. And therefore, when we speak of kings and queens and lords and vassals, these are not necessarily images that connect to us. And it's the challenge in every age to reinvent that language, because the truth is that the great truth of God is beyond any of our understanding, and certainly then beyond any of our language. And so our ancestors developed metaphors that worked for them. And as you know, Jews are not so good at letting go of the things they write and put into our books. Once it's in the book, it's much easier to put more stuff in than it is to take old stuff out. In fact, it's virtually impossible. So if the metaphors aren't doing it for you, if the Hebrew is a barrier for you, I invite you to not let that be an excuse, okay? Prayer is a universal human experience for a good reason. It predated the scientific revolution and gained strength after it for a good reason. And the reason is not for me to tell you, but for you to discover. And that's an invitation. Because truly we have our own reason, each one of us, and maybe that will even change from week to week and day, and moment to moment, and grief to grief, and joy to joy, and experience to experience. So we have this communitarian people, a civilization, Mordechai Kaplan called it, that's based around being together, doing together, singing together, eating together. And here we have a time to be alone a little bit, right? We start together and you have some time to be alone. The invitation is, instead of letting it be just the silence before the next thing, just allow the heart to open and maybe a little bit of vulnerability to let in. If you feel like you got it figured out, then it's probably the wrong feeling. If you feel like you're not good enough or experienced enough or knowledgeable enough, it's definitely the wrong feeling. Let's go back to the basics and look beyond the metaphor to the experience. Let's open the heart, say what needs to be said, feel what needs to be felt, offer up what needs to be given. That's the essential of prayer. We turn to page 164. We begin together in unison, and then we'll take a moment to ourselves. Please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, Ve'zocher Chastei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah, page 168. Atagi bor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atarav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Tzomech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayem umunato, lishene afar. Michamocha baal givurot, umido melach, melech memit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atal hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimecha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yihalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. We continue now with Tefillah Balachash, with silent prayer. Take the time you need and have a seat when you're ready. Yiyu leratzon, imrefi, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, וגואלי, יהיו לרצון, אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, וגואלי, וגואלי. In both Hebrew and in English, I think, the word patient and patience is etymologically connected to carrying a load, to bearing something. And in Hebrew, also to suffering, lisbol, sovel, to bear something and also to suffer, which is very relatable for very impatient people like me, so I can understand that. But I think that it's also relatable to any of us who have been patients in a healthcare setting, or also, cared for people or watched our loved ones enter into a decline or difficulty within a healthcare setting. It is a weight to bear. And one of the privileges of being part of a community is that we can bear that weight together. And so I'll share the names of our loved ones collectively who are suffering, each in their own way, with illness or disability. And then you can add anyone who you're thinking of whom I did not mention if you would like. Tonight we think of our loved ones, Mark Warner, Larry Engelberg, John McCauley, David Bagish, as well as Mark Ostreicher, Wendy Lee, Vivian Liu, Sydney Scher, Steve Bloom, Dee Rosenberg Garabo, Pat Maluzzi, Paula Levinsky, Phil Ambrosino, Ann Locke, Bruce Petroff, Bart Young, Mark Lynette, Jen Murphy, Sam and Yvonne Apfelblatt, Fran Wolf, Therese Zinn, Barbara Tabak, Carol Robb, Alma Sori, Jodelle Young, Steve Asnes, Flora Amendolia, Victor Wolf, Mary Gregory, and Jeff Steinberg. And if there are others at this time we should add to our prayers, please feel free to say their name as I come around the room, or of course to hold them in your heart. Either way, the prayer is valid. And please, friends, who is praying for someone tonight? Joan Hickey, Miles Lagstein, and Aaron Emmett, Elaine Gurman, Gail Costo, correctly? Yes, Harry. Our dear Helena. Judy Cook. Peter Canning. Greg Himmler. Scott Skokowski. Is there one more from over here? Yes. Okay. We turn now to our prayer sheet that you received when you came in, Daf Tefillah, the words of Misha Berach, the bottom of the sheet. Sheberach Avoteinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Sheberach Imoteinu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, the Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mi sheberach avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Mi sheberach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. It's a really special gift to be joined by Yardena Schwartz, who's here as our scholar in residence for the weekend. Yardena is an award-winning journalist and Emmy-nominated producer who has worked at many journalistic outlets, including NBC News, with stints at the Today Show, Nightly News with Brian Williams, and MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell Reports. Her reporting has appeared in The New York Times, The New York Review of Books, The Wall Street Journal, The Economist, Time Magazine, National Geographic, Rolling Stone, and now Temple Beth Tikvah. She graduated with honors from the Columbia Journalism School in 2011 and received an Emmy nomination for her work at MSNBC in 2013. She then spent a decade reporting from Israel, earning the 2016 Religion News Association Award for Excellence in Magazine Reporting. She now lives in New York's Hudson Valley, and she has recently written this book, which she will talk to us about more tomorrow. It's truly an excellent book. It's about the 1929 Hebron massacre, but more broadly about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and helps us understand how we got to where we are now, and therefore, by extension, how we might be in a different place, God willing, as we all want. So what a treat. Welcome to Temple Beth Tikvah, Yardena.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. Thank you so much to all of you for being here tonight. It's a pleasure to be here in your beautiful town. And I'm excited to be here for the weekend, and I hope to see more of you throughout the weekend and the rest of Shabbat. It's been 25 days since the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas went into effect, and since the last 20 living hostages were released from captivity in Gaza. And yet, after 2 years of wishing and waiting for this moment, it's hard to feel as if anything has really changed. We are, in many ways, still waiting to exhale. That could be because the bodies of 6 hostages remain in Gaza, or because Hamas is nowhere near gone, or because the fighting still continues, albeit on a low burner. Yet I think our angst, our inherent unease, is the result of something much deeper. It's because we're still fighting a war we never wanted to fight, and that war is not in Gaza. October 7th wasn't just the most traumatic event in Jewish history since the Holocaust. It also awakened an open war against our very identity, and that war doesn't answer to ceasefires. The war against the Jewish people isn't just being waged by Hamas or by Iran and its other proxies. For the first time in my lifetime, and I'd imagine many of yours as well, the Jewish people are under attack right here at home. On an almost daily basis, we are being confronted with new signs and symptoms of a society in which Judaism and Zionism are increasingly unwelcome. Regardless of our disagreements with the war in Gaza or our opposition to Israel's government, our emotional attachment to Israel, the very heart of Judaism itself, is now something we're asked to discard in order to feel welcome in certain segments of American society. Perhaps most frightening is that many Jews themselves, Jews who celebrate our holidays, which all revolve around Israel, Jews who know that the very name Judaism is derived from the land of Judea, are nevertheless willing to agree that a Jewish state should not exist. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and helpless in the face of the fight against the demonization of our people and our homeland. And yet our people have the most powerful weapon on our side. That weapon is the facts of history. After all, many, if not all, the attacks against us fall apart in the face of those facts. Now, we're admittedly living in a world where many people not only lack an understanding of our history, but also a lack of interest in learning that history. While they can afford to be ignorant of those facts, we, the Jewish people, cannot. And yet so many of us are unaware of our own history, unaware of how this conflict began, unaware of how we arrived at this tragic moment. I began writing my book, Ghosts of a Holy War, 4 years before October 7th, and my goal then was to pull back the curtain on a pivotal moment in Israel's pre-state history that was so devastating and so galvanizing that became ground zero of the Arab-Israeli conflict, a decisive turning point in the evolution of Zionism that is crucial to understanding the realities of the conflict today. That forgotten moment in history was the 1929 Hebron massacre, when centuries of peaceful coexistence in the city of Abraham were shattered and one of the world's most ancient Jewish communities was violently extinguished. This was 2 decades before the State of Israel was born. There was no Israeli occupation, no Israeli army, no State of Israel, and no oppression of Palestinians. In 1929, Palestinians were both Jewish and Arab. Jews were a minority in British Mandate Palestine, 20% of a population of less than 1 million people. Jews had been living in Hebron, the second holiest city in Judaism, since the days of Abraham. The Jews of Hebron in 1929 were not Zionists, but religious men and women, many of them native Arabic speakers. They lived there because Hebron is the burial place of the patriarchs and matriarchs of the Jewish people. What led to the massacre of 1929 was a campaign of fear and disinformation. The forces that drove Muslims in Hebron to slaughter their unarmed Jewish neighbors 1 century ago were nearly identical to the forces behind October 7th. The aftershocks of the Hebron massacre set the stage for the conflict as we know it today, becoming a blueprint for nearly every Palestinian leader since, and a rallying cry for the settlement movement. It is impossible to truly understand this conflict and to find a way out of it without fully understanding the root of the problem. The answers lie in the lessons of history, if we are willing to listen to them. Over the course of this Shabbat with you, I will be sharing the lessons I learned from researching and writing Ghosts of a Holy War, and from my time covering this conflict up close during my years of reporting from Israel for American magazines and newspapers. Tonight, I will be sharing the story behind my book and some behind-the-scenes anecdotes from my time as a foreign correspondent in Israel. Tomorrow morning, I'll be discussing news coverage of Israel, how to make sense of it, and how you can stay better informed about news from Israel. Tomorrow night, I'll be presenting the lessons from my book in detail, illuminating the haunting parallels between the massacre of 1929 and October 7th and beyond, and what those echoes of history teach us. On Sunday, I'll be speaking about media literacy and how you can better navigate a rapidly transforming news landscape and help yourself and those around you be a more confident news consumer. I hope you'll be able to join me for all of my sessions, or at least 1 or 2. My hope is that each and every one of you come away from this weekend feeling empowered by the facts of history and by the confidence that knowledge gives you to fight what might be the most important fight of our lifetime. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
We're very excited to learn from you at many points and on many topics. I've invited every single high schooler I know to come to your sorting out the news lesson, which I think is going to be so important. But they're all going to be very interesting, so if you haven't signed up for all of them, I think you're going to want to after tonight. You're going to get a little more time and conversation with Yardena after the service. We're going to have a little Q&A and oneg in the social hall immediately following. And then we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I hope you'll extend some of that Abraham and Sarah hospitality to our special guests as we meet one another and greet one another in the social hall after the service. We continue now with the conclusion of our service, beginning on page 586. 586, please rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 591. V'ne'emar, v'ya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, Ushemo echad. Now lashevet, please be seated, everybody. I'm on page 595 now, reading these words of Chana Senish, great poet, paratrooper who gave her life for the state of Israel. She writes, Yesh kochavim sheoram magia artsa rak kasher hem atzmam avdu ve'enam. יש אנשים שזכרם מאיר כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד בתוכנו. רואות אלה המרחיקים בחשכת הליל, הם שמורים לאדם את הדרך. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways that we remember. Take a moment to bring a little light into this space as we think of those who brought light into our lives. As I read the name of your loved one, I invite you to please rise if you feel comfortable and stay standing. In the period of Shiva and Shloshim, we remember Cheryl King, sister of our member Lewis King and Peggy, and Susan Alpert, wife of Thomas Alpert and mother of our member Deborah Coe and Michael. And for those who are observing a yahrzeit tonight, remembering a loved one who has passed away at this time in years gone by, I invite you again, please rise when I read your loved one's name, as we remember Henry Gettenberg, Simon Feingold, Israel Sherry, David Spear, Enid Kaplan, Cecil Agranov, Rita Cohen, Saul Alexander, Kathleen Whalen Ulm, Esther Stieglitz, Morris Goldberg, Etta B. Flom. And if anyone else here is in the traditional period of mourning, the 7 or 30-day Shiva or Shloshim, or the Shana period, the 11 months following the loss of an immediate family member, or whether you're here to observe a yahrzeit for one you have loved and lost, I invite you to please rise, be recognized in our community. I invite also our whole congregation to please rise in solidarity with our mourners. as we praise God's name in these words hallowed by time, page 598, Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalmad divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'le'almei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace bring peace into our world, comfort to the hearts of all who are bereaved. Together we say, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, uya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, amen. Friends, we can all have a seat. Leslie Powell is here to greet us on behalf of our board. Leslie, do you need your announcements? I've got a copy for you. You got? Okay.
Shabbat Shalom. A warm welcome to everybody here with us tonight. I'm Leslie Powell, Secretary of the TBT Board of Trustees. Reminder that everything I announced tonight, all the details, all the links are in the shofar and in the shofar blast, which come into your email box every week. Pre-registration is required for some events, so please look at those emails carefully. This weekend, we are thrilled to have Yardena Schwartz join us as our scholar in residence. We hope you will stay after services for Kiddush, Oneg, and a Q&A. And a full weekend of learning will follow, as you heard. Tomorrow morning, join Ira Wise and Rabbi Moss for Torah study at 9 a.m., in person and on Zoom. Our group will be beta testing the new Reform Movement's Torah commentary. All are welcome. Yardena's next session about Israel and the media will follow at 10 a.m. with a light breakfast. Our Religious Activities Committee has been busy planning a congregational Shabbat dinner on November 21st at 5:30. All are welcome to join in this communal dinner, and Young Family Shabbat for ages 0 to 5 is the same evening. Finally, the Social Justice Committee invites you to a special event on November 23rd. The director of the Netflix documentary, The Quilters, along with a panel of guests, will be at TBT to view the short film and discuss incarceration in the United States. You can register with the QR code on the poster in the lobby. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. It is pretty cool to be a tester for the New Reform Movement commentary that will be the de facto volume for the next generation or so. Beta, more properly, bet testing. Ha 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 ha. Even I'm groaning, and I made the joke. All right. Our closing song tonight will be Bashana Haba'ah, which is on page, I thought I remembered it. Yes, 652. Bashana Haba'ah, in the year to come. This is such a Jewish longing from time immemorial, next year. We never quite get where we want, but we always have the renewed hope of the coming year. And the refrain, which we can all learn quickly and then come back to. O tirei, kama tov yeh, bashana, bashana, haba. Let's try that. O tirei, kama tov yeh, bashana, bashana, haba. Bashana haba neshev al המרפסת ונספור ציפורים נודדות, ילדים בחופשה, ישחקו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. ענבים אדומים יבשילו עד הערב ויוגשו צוננים לשולחן. ורוחות רדומים ייסעו עליהם הדרך, עיתונים ישנים כענן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה נפרוס כפות ידיים מול האור הניגר הלבן. הנפה לבנה תפרוס באור כנפיים והשמש תזרח בתוכן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. That first verse one more time. בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונספור ציפורים נודדות. ילדים מחופשה ישחקו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. Adonai oz l'amo yitain, Adonai yavarech et hama b'shalom. God, you give your people strength. Give us also the will to make peace. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Great. Friends, please join us for Kiddush. Please join us for Kiddush.
Check, check, 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Let's come
Test 1,
forward.
2,
Let's
1,
make
2.
Kiddush
Check
together.
1, 2. Test 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2.
All right, everybody, please come close. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodesho v'ahava u'v'ratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Yehu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodeshecha v'ava uvratzon Inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat Lechaim. I thought I saw a pre-B'nai Mitzvah child who's just barely pre-B'nai Mitzvah. What do we got, another 4 months? But who's counting? Okay. All right, ready? Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon Shabbat shalom. You can take it from wherever you want. Friends, please don't be shy. Come get some refreshments. And if I could prevail upon you to find a seat as soon as you do that at a table so that we can begin in just a few moments our Q&A.